Everything's fine. Everything's fine. What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? Today on the show, we're going to talk about the Toyota Tundra. That is right. I've kind of hesitated on talking about this too much till I figured out what is Toyota going to do for this truck. And if you don't know, if you're new to the Toyotas, their 3.4-liter V6 twin-turbo engine, well, it's having some early detonation issues, and there's been a little debris find in the engine. It's making its way into the bearings, and it's causing these engines to seize, or just a lot of issues. And Toyota's been trying to figure out a way to solve this problem, and the way they figured out is, guess what? Brand new engines. That is right. And this comes to us from Auto News there, as you can see right there. And I put a link of this article in the description below. Just remember, it could be behind a paywall. Some of their articles are. I pay for their service, so I never know which ones are. But the headline reads, Toyota to replace 100,000 plus, remember that, plus, engines in its recalled Tundra LExus model SUV. The Japanese automaker will notify its customers this month, which is a good deal. They're letting their customers know, and I know some of the customers have felt like, hey, what is going on? Why haven't you told us anything? And just remember this, with any of these automakers, they're steering a big boat. And when they find problems, guess what? They can't just on a dime. They can't, it's not drifting. You're not in a car and they can drift into the next solution. It takes a while to solve this problem. They have to figure out what it is. They got to solve that problem. Then they got to make a plan to replace clearly 100,000 plus engines. And it's taken them 2 years to sell 100,000 of these engines. So guess what? It's going to take a while to replace these 100,000 engines. But I do commend Toyota for doing that and trying to figure out the problem here. So let's get in a little bit of this article. It says, Toyota North America has decided to replace its engines in more than 100,000 Toyota Tundras, full-size pickup trucks, Lexus LX SUVs from the model year, and this is important, 2022 to 2023. So they've changed something. I don't know the new engine of this thing. They've just went, hey, we're having a problem. We've solved it now, and we're just going to replace all these engines. And that's a big deal. I'm telling you, there's a lot of cost associated with that. And, the Tundra sells okay, but let's not kid ourselves. It's not an F-Series pickup truck that might sell 300,000 plus a year. The 50 to 100,000 or whatever they're selling a year of this truck, which is I think it's more in the 90s to 100,000 a year they're selling in this truck. That's a lot of profit that is being taken away now. And it's kind of a bummer for the company because I enjoy seeing the import brands, the foreign brands playing in the full-size pickup truck categories because, well, competition breeds better trucks, and that's across the board. And, of course, we know in the mid-size categories, well, Toyota owns the pickup truck mid-size categories, and, well, they would like a bigger share of the full-size truck categories. But it says the automaker led a recall campaign at the end of May with the two nameplates equipped with the turbocharged V6 engine. In certain engines, debris can lead to potential engine knocking, rough idling, and engine with no start or stop with the loss of power, which is a big deal. And I'm just happy that they're actually standing behind their product. And it's like, we're going to just replace it. It would have been real easy just to replace the block of this thing. But it sounds like they're going to replace the whole engine, which is a good thing. Now, I do have one concern is, where does the warranty end up on this vehicle? Do you get a full 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty? Or do they offer a little bit longer warranty? Or do they say, no, if your truck's at 20,000 miles, we're going to give you another 15,000 miles, and that's it. So I am kind of curious how they're going to handle that. And two, don't expect this to be next week your dealership says, hey, bring your truck in. No, Q4 is when this is all going to happen. And, they got to build up the inventory. They got to either they're building them at their United States plant or the Japanese plant. They've got to start shipping them either to dealers or however they're going to handle this. And that's going to take some time as well. But 100,000 engines are being replaced, and I tip my hat to you, Toyota, and saying, way to stand behind your product, way to just replace the thing, get it. I know it sucks, it hurts the wallet, but let's clean house and let these people enjoy their pickup trucks. So in the comments below, I am curious, do you own one of these trucks, and have you had any of the issues with them? If you have had the issues with them, at what mileage? Put it in the description below. Or does this sway you from wanting to buy a Tundra? Doesn't me at all. I'd like to have the new GX 550 with the same engine in it, and maybe I can convince Kelly down the road to us to buy one of those. So I have no concerns about it. I would buy that platform right now, that engine, no worries, and I know Toyota would stand behind it. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these badass little Toyotas that been a pain in the ass to drive here lately, but Toyota's going to fix it. This has been your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.